Dr. G here with naturalfoodsdiet.org. If you excuse me a second, I'm going to open this letter. It's very near Christmas. This came UPS, and it looks like it's from a drug company, actually Abbott Laboratories. So that's one of the major drug companies. So it might be something cool, like maybe a sample of their latest antidepressant, or maybe a pen. So let's see here. Well, wow, a chunk of styrofoam. Hey, I could use this as a bobber for fishing. You know, better than nothing. Oh, and a letter. Nothing else, just a letter and some styrofoam. Okay, I'll read you a little bit of it. I know this is boring, but it says, as you may be aware, Abbott recently entered into a global civil, criminal, and administrative settlement with the United States and individual states in connection with the promotion of a drug. Actually, it was Depakote. And they pleaded guilty to a criminal violation, and they agreed to pay a fine and a forfeiture in the amount of $700 million. That's a lot of money. In addition, they violated a False Claims Act, whatever that is, and for this they agreed to pay another $800 million to the federal government and to state Medicaid programs. Oh, but here's the heartwarming part. Now, as part of the settlement, Abbott has entered into a 5-year corporate integrity agreement with the Officer of the Inspector General of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. And, it's getting kind of boring, but it goes on to talk about what to do if I happen to see an Abbott representative doing bad things, a number to call, toll-free, by the way. Well, to tell you the truth, this is a load off my mind. I'm sure this will fix the problem. I mean, with that huge fine and that integrity agreement, I mean, that's brutal. Now, I wonder if they had an agreement like that when they paid a fine of $876 million back in 2001, or when they paid that other fine of $600 million back in 2003. Well, the unfortunate reality appears to be that these fines are just part of doing business. It's kind of like the government has its own protection racket going. They grant a patent and they approve your drug so that you'll be able to mark up the price thousands of percentage points above the cost of raw materials. There's no other industry or business that can do this, and it's all thanks to the federal government. And then, well, the company breaks a few of those pesky little rules and laws, but it doesn't matter. It's part of the payment for protection. The government protects your product from any competition, especially from those natural remedies that would probably take over the market if they weren't immobilized by the feds attacking any company or practitioner that makes a health claim. Now, these drug companies appear to gladly pay these massive fines. But it's interesting, no individual takes any responsibility. There's crimes committed, but no one goes to jail. And the government can take the moral high road. Hey, they can say, we made them enter into an integrity agreement. We're tough. And it's not just Abbott. Recent fines include Bristol Myers Squibb. They paid $515 million. Eli Lilly paid $1.4 billion. Pfizer paid $3 billion, and that's since 2002. Merck paid $1.6 billion, and that's been since 2008. Now, to help grease the wheels of the government, the pharmaceutical industry spent over $200 million on lobbying Congress in 2011. Now, it's pretty scary when that for many of us, our health and at times even our lives depend on the integrity of these corporations. This is Dr. G. Thanks for watching.